Welcome back to English Spec Nest, the place where real conversations meet real transformation. I'm Olivia.
And honestly, I think this might be one of the most important episodes we've ever recorded.
Okay, Ethan, before we dive in, I have to say, you walked in here today with the most intense look on your face. I thought something happened.
I know. My wife said the same thing this morning. She was like, "Are you okay? You look like you're about to go to war."
Right? And I was like, no, he's just got podcast face.
Podcast face. I love that. That's officially a thing now.
It absolutely is. But seriously, what's going on? You've been thinking about this topic for weeks.
I have, because Olivia, I genuinely believe most people underestimate what they can do in 30 days. They overestimate what they can do in a year, and they completely underestimate what's possible in a month.
Ooh, that's a powerful way to put it. So you're saying the timeline isn't the problem?
Exactly. The problem is the belief. People don't believe their life can shift that fast. But it can. I've seen it. I've lived it.
Okay. Well, grab your coffee, everyone. Get comfortable. Because I have a feeling this conversation is going to hit different.
So here's where I want to start. Imagine, just imagine, that 30 days from today, you wake up in the morning and your body feels lighter. Your mind feels clearer. Your bank account looks healthier. Your relationships feel deeper. And you actually like the person staring back at you in the mirror. Wow. That's not a fantasy. That's a math problem. That's just the result of small decisions repeated every single day for 30 days.
Okay, but Ethan, let's be honest. A lot of people listening right now have tried before. They've started diets. They've started journals. They've downloaded 10 different apps. And by day 5, it all falls apart. So what makes 30 days different?
That's the question, isn't it? And I think the answer is most people are trying to change their life when they should be trying to change their identity.
Ooh, say more.
Think about it. If you say, "I want to lose weight," that's a goal. But if you say, "I am someone who takes care of my body," that's an identity. Goals end. Identities last.
That's actually really deep. Because a goal feels like pressure. But an identity feels like who you are.
Exactly.
Okay, you said earlier you've lived this. I need the story. What happened?
All right. So, about 4 years ago, I was in a really dark place. I won't sugarcoat it. I was 28. I was working a job I hated. I'd gained almost 40 pounds. My relationships were falling apart, and I was drinking way too much. Like every night.
Oh, Ethan.
And the worst part wasn't even any of that. The worst part was I had stopped caring. I'd look in the mirror and feel nothing. No anger, no sadness, just numb.
That's the scariest place to be.
It is. Because when you're sad, at least you feel something. When you're numb, you've checked out. And one night, I'll never forget this. I was sitting on the floor of my kitchen at like 2 a.m., eating cold pizza out of a box.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I caught my reflection in the microwave door. And I just froze. I didn't recognize the person looking back at me. And I started crying. Like really crying. For the first time in years.
Wow.
And in that moment, I made one decision. Just one. I said, for the next 30 days, I'm going to do one thing different. Every single morning, I'm going to walk for 20 minutes. That's it. Not change my whole life, just walk.
Just walking?
Just walking. And Olivia, that one decision changed everything.
Okay, but how does walking change everything? Help me understand.
Because it wasn't really about the walking. It was about proving to myself that I could keep a promise to myself. See, every time I'd broken a promise to me, skip the gym, skip the journal, skip the goals, I was teaching my brain, I don't trust you.
Oh.
And after years of broken promises, I had zero self-trust. So when I committed to those 20-minute walks, and I actually did it, every morning, even when it rained, even when I was hungover, I started rebuilding something I hadn't had in years.
Self-respect.
Self-respect. And from there, everything started to domino. After 2 weeks, I started drinking water on those walks. Then I started listening to audiobooks. Then I started waking up 15 minutes earlier. By day 30, I had lost 6 pounds. I had read half a book. I'd cut my drinking in half. And this is the wild part. I'd started smiling at strangers.
Smiling at strangers?
Yes, which if you knew me back then, was unheard of. I was the grumpiest guy on the planet.
That's beautiful, Ethan. And I think the lesson there is so important. You didn't try to fix everything. You fixed one thing.
One thing. And that one thing became the foundation.
You know, listening to you talk, it reminds me of something I read once. They call it the 2-millimeter shift. The idea that you don't need a 180-degree turn. You just need a 2-millimeter shift. Because over 30 days, 2 millimeters becomes miles.
I love that. That's exactly it.
And I want to ask you something. What do you think is the biggest lie people tell themselves about change?
Ooh, good question. I think the biggest lie is I'll start when I feel ready. Because you'll never feel ready. Readiness is a myth. Confidence isn't something you have before you act. It's something you earn by acting.
Whoa. Say that one more time because that needs to sink in.
Confidence isn't something you have before you act. It's something you earn by acting.
That's a tattoo right there.
Don't tempt me.
Hey, real quick. If you're enjoying this conversation and you want more episodes like this, where we just sit down and talk honestly about real life, real growth, and real change, don't forget to subscribe to English Spec Nest and turn on those notifications. We drop new episodes every week, and honestly, the comments from you all are what keep us going.
Seriously, some of the messages we've gotten have literally made me tear up. So thank you. And if you're new here, welcome to the family.
All right, back to it. Okay, Ethan, let's get into the how. If somebody's listening right now and they're thinking, I want to do this, I want to commit to 30 days, where do they actually start?
Great question. I think there are 4 things, just 4. And if you do these 4 things for 30 days, your life will change. Not might, will.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's hear them.
Number 1, and this is the foundation, win the morning. The first 30 minutes of your day shape the next 23 and a half hours.
That's a strong statement.
It's true, though. If you wake up and the first thing you do is grab your phone and scroll through chaos, bad news, comparisons, drama, your brain enters fight or flight before your feet even hit the floor.
I do this. I'm so guilty of this.
Everyone does. But for 30 days, try this. Leave your phone in another room. When you wake up, drink a full glass of water, stretch for 2 minutes, and write down 3 things you're grateful for. That's it.
3 things?
3 things. And they don't have to be deep. It can be, I'm grateful for coffee. I'm grateful that my back didn't hurt today. I'm grateful for my dog. The point isn't profundity, it's practice. You're training your brain to look for good before it looks for bad.
Okay, that's number 1. What's number 2?
Number 2, move your body. Every single day. Even if it's just for 10 minutes.
Why is movement so important? I mean, beyond the obvious health stuff.
Because movement is emotion management. When you're stressed, your body holds it. When you're anxious, your body holds it. When you're sad, your body holds it. And the only way to release it is to move.
I never thought about it that way.
And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be a workout. It can be a walk. It can be dancing in your kitchen. It can be 10 push-ups. The point is, you're telling your body, I'm in charge of you, not the other way around.
Dancing in the kitchen. I love that. That's so doable.
Right. Some of my best workouts have been to 80s music while making breakfast.
Okay, now I need a video of that.
Absolutely not. Never. Moving on.
Number 3?
Feed your mind. For 30 days, read 10 pages of a book, or listen to a podcast, like this one, hint, hint, for 20 minutes a day, or watch one educational video instead of one TikTok.
I see what you did there with the podcast plug.
I had to.
But seriously, 10 pages? That feels too easy.
That's the point. 10 pages is so easy you have no excuse. But here's the magic. 10 pages a day is 300 pages a month. That's a whole book. In a year, that's 12 books. The average CEO reads 60 books a year. The average American reads 1.
Yeah. 1?
1. So if you read 12, you're already in the top 1% of learners on the planet. In 1 year. Just from 10 pages a day.
That's wild when you put it that way.
Okay, last one. What's number 4?
Number 4, connect with one person every day. Send a text, make a phone call, write a message. Tell someone you appreciate them. Tell someone you love them. Tell someone you're thinking about them.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Because here's what I've learned, Olivia. Loneliness is one of the most underrated destroyers of happiness. We were not designed to do life alone. And in the age of social media, we feel more connected than ever, but we're lonelier than ever.
It's true. People have 1,000 followers and no one to call at 3 a.m.
Exactly. So for 30 days, one real connection a day. That's it.
Okay. Can I share something?
Please.
So, a few years ago, my mom and I weren't really talking. It wasn't a big fight or anything. It was just one of those slow drifts, where 1 week becomes 1 month, becomes 6 months, becomes a year. And I started feeling this weight, like this guilt that just sat on my chest. But I didn't know how to fix it. So I just didn't.
That happens to so many people.
And then one day, I read this quote that said, "You'll regret the calls you didn't make more than the calls you did." And it just hit me, like hit me. So I picked up the phone. I called her. My hands were shaking.
What did she say?
She answered on the second ring. And she said, "Honey, I've been waiting for you to call."
Oh, Olivia.
And we talked for 3 hours. 3 hours. And we've been close ever since. But the thing is, Ethan, I almost waited too long. I almost let that be one of those calls I never made.
That's such an important story.
And so when you talk about connecting with one person a day, I get it. I get it deep in my soul because that one phone call gave me my mother back.
And that's the thing, right? People hear change your life in 30 days and they think it has to be some grand, dramatic transformation. But it's not. It's a walk. It's a phone call. It's 10 pages. It's a glass of water. It's the smallest things repeated with love and intention.
It's the accumulation, not the explosion.
Exactly. There's no explosion. There's just consistency.
Can I ask you something kind of hard?
Always.
What do you say to the person listening right now who's tried this so many times and failed? Like, what do you say to that person?
I'd say, I see you. I really do. And I want you to know something. Every failure you've had has been preparing you for the version that finally sticks. You haven't been failing. You've been practicing.
Wow.
And I'd say, this time, don't try to change 100 things. Just change one. The smallest possible thing, so small it feels almost silly. Because that's where transformation actually begins. Not in the dramatic, in the embarrassingly small.
Okay, can I share something embarrassingly small that I did once?
Please.
So when I was trying to drink more water, I literally, and I mean literally, set a goal to take one extra sip every time I walked past the kitchen sink.
One sip.
One sip. Because I thought if I tell myself to drink 8 glasses, I won't do it. But one sip, I can do one sip.
That is so good, though.
And within 2 weeks, I was drinking probably 6 glasses a day just from sips, from walking past the sink.
See, that's exactly what we're talking about. Embarrassingly small.
Embarrassingly small.
You know, Olivia, can I get a little philosophical for a second?
Always.
I think the reason most people don't change is not because they're lazy. It's not because they're broken. It's because they're scared.
Scared of what?
Scared of succeeding. Because if you actually change, you can't blame anyone anymore. You can't blame your past. You can't blame your parents. You can't blame your job. You can't blame your circumstances. Once you change, you're responsible. And responsibility is terrifying.
Whoa.
It's so much easier to stay the same and complain. Because complaining gives the illusion of doing something. But complaining is just hope without action.
Complaining is hope without action. That's brutal.
It is. But it's also freeing. Because once you realize that, once you accept that you're the only one who can change your life, there's this strange peace that comes over you.
Because you stop waiting.
Because you stop waiting. You stop waiting for the perfect moment, for the perfect time, for the perfect feeling. You just start.
Let me ask you something. If you could go back to that night, the night in the kitchen with the cold pizza, and you could whisper one thing to that version of yourself, what would you say?
I'd say, you're not broken. You're just tired. And tomorrow morning, you're going to put on your shoes and you're going to walk. And in 30 days, you're going to be so proud of yourself.
Oh, Ethan.
Because that's what I needed to hear. Not fix everything, not be perfect, not try harder. Just put on your shoes and walk.
And isn't that what we all need to hear sometimes? That the next step is enough. The next step is always enough. Okay, so for everyone listening right now, and I mean really listening, here's what I want you to do. Pause this episode. Or better yet, just listen and commit in your head. Pick one thing. One. Not 5, not 10, not a whole transformation plan. One small thing. And commit to it for 30 days.
And I'll tell you something. Write it down. There's something powerful about writing it down. Your brain treats handwritten commitments differently. It's like signing a contract with yourself.
Really?
Truly. Studies show people who write down their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them.
42%?
42%. Just from writing it down. So grab a sticky note, grab a journal, grab the back of an envelope. Doesn't matter. Just write it. And put it somewhere you'll see it every day. The bathroom mirror, your fridge, your dashboard.
And if it helps, drop your one thing in the comments below. Seriously, type it out. Because there's something accountable about telling the world.
Can I share one more thing? Something that I think people miss.
Please.
Most people focus on what they want to start. But honestly, the bigger transformation often comes from what you stop.
Ooh, like what?
Stop doom scrolling for 1 hour after you wake up. Stop saying yes to things that drain you. Stop hanging out with people who make you feel small. Stop apologizing for needing rest. Stop watching the news first thing in the morning. Stop comparing your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20.
Stop comparing your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20. That's so good.
Because sometimes growth isn't adding something to your life, it's subtracting what's been quietly killing you.
That's a powerful word. Killing. But it's true. So many things in our lives are quietly draining us, and we don't even realize.
And the cool part is, when you subtract those things, you suddenly have space. Space for the new habits, space for the new identity, space for the new you.
Okay, you know what? I want to share one more thing. There's this guy I knew. Let's call him Marcus. He was a friend of a friend. And Marcus was like the most stuck person I'd ever met. He hated his job, he hated his weight, he hated his apartment, he hated everything.
Ooh.
And one day, he just decided, for 30 days, he was going to do one thing differently. He was going to make his bed every morning. That's it.
Make his bed?
That's it. Just make his bed. And he said the first week it felt pointless. Like, what is this even doing? But by week 2, he noticed his room felt cleaner. So he started cleaning his kitchen. By week 3, his apartment was spotless. So he started cooking instead of ordering takeout. By week 4, he'd lost 5 pounds, saved $200, and he'd applied to 3 new jobs.
From making his bed?
From making his bed. Because that one small act of order in his life created momentum for everything else.
That's the snowball.
That's the snowball. And the thing is, Marcus didn't try to change his life. He just made his bed. And his life changed anyway.
You know what I love about all of this? It's so gentle. So many people think change has to be violent, it has to hurt, it has to be a war. But the kind of change that actually lasts, it's gentle, it's patient, it's loving.
Yeah. It's not about punishing yourself into becoming a better person. It's about loving yourself there.
Exactly. And I want anyone listening to hear this. If you've been at war with yourself for years, exhausted, frustrated, beating yourself up, give yourself permission to try a softer approach. Not because you don't deserve discipline, but because love is more powerful than punishment. Always.
Always.
And the next 30 days don't have to be perfect. They just have to be intentional.
Okay, so here's my last question for you. If someone commits to this, really commits, what do you think their life looks like in 30 days?
Honestly, I think they'll be unrecognizable. Not on the outside, well, maybe a little, but on the inside. They'll have a calm they didn't have before, a confidence they didn't have before, a clarity. They'll start trusting themselves again. And from that place, everything else opens up.
New opportunities.
New opportunities, new people, new ideas. Because when you become a different version of yourself, the world responds differently to you.
The world responds differently to you. That's beautiful.
It really does. And the wildest part is, at the end of 30 days, most people don't stop. Because by then, the new way of living feels better than the old way ever did. And you don't go back. Why would you?
Okay, so as we wrap up, and I really don't want this conversation to end, I want to leave everyone with one final thought.
Go for it.
The next 30 days are going to pass. Whether you do something about your life or not, they're gonna pass. So the question isn't, will time pass? The question is, who will you be on the other side of it? You can be the same person you are right now, or you can be a slightly better version. The choice is quietly, privately, beautifully yours.
And nobody has to know. That's the cool thing. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to post about it. You don't have to make it a whole thing. You just have to do it.
Quietly become someone you're proud of.
Quietly become someone you're proud of. That might be the best line of the entire episode. And here's the lesson I want to leave you with. Your future is not waiting for you in some distant year. It's not waiting for the next decade. It's not even waiting for next month. Your future is waiting for you tomorrow morning when your alarm goes off and you have to decide, am I the same person? Or am I someone new? That choice happens every single day. Every single day. And the version of you 30 days from now is begging you to start tonight.
Don't make them wait.
Wow. Okay. I genuinely don't want this to end, but Ethan, thank you. Honestly, this was one of those conversations that I think I needed to have more than the audience did.
Same. These are the conversations that change me too. That's the magic of this podcast.
And to all of you listening, thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for spending this time with us. Thank you for opening your hearts and your minds.
And here's what we want you to do. Drop a comment below. Tell us, what is the one thing you're going to commit to for the next 30 days? Just one thing. Type it out. We genuinely read every comment, and we'd love to cheer you on.
And if this episode moved you even a little bit, share it with someone you love. Maybe it's the message they needed today, too.
And of course, if you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Tap the notification bell. Become part of the English Speak Nest family. We've got so many more conversations like this coming your way.
Conversations about real life, real growth, real transformation.
Until next time, take care of yourself. Be gentle with yourself. And remember, you are so much closer to the life you want than you think.
30 days. That's it. That's all it takes.
Start tonight.
Start tonight.